monster spiders. Larger than any documented in history or science, preying on local animals. One wonders if such a thing could exist, and yet reports are nothing new. Around the globe, people have reported encounters with huge arachnids.
His body was this big. It was brown in color, very thick body, powerful, thick legs.
It had the ugliest fangs I've ever seen in my life.
Sizes, descriptions, and species vary in different parts of the world. But on the extreme end of the spectrum, eyewitnesses describe specimens up to 5 feet across, with huge fangs and hairy bodies the size of small dogs. These monster-sized spiders could be a type of tarantula.
All my life, I was just thinking, either this morning, I think it was yesterday morning, about 8-legged freaks. So, I don't know what the fuck they got going on. But, oh shit. Yeah, I may be right about this. I know I'm right about it because my ears ringing for like confirmation. I don't want to see no big ass spider, bro. I don't want to see no huge ass spider. It's crazy because I was just thinking about this documentary that Animal Planet had did, like way back when I was in fucking high school. Like this is 2000. This is around 2000, between 2002 and 2005, on the History Channel, where they were doing a documentary about like squids had they what they called evolved, and they was swinging through trees and shit. And big ass spiders was in big ass caves and fucking like the canyons, and they were like fucking, they look metallic and shit, and they had like this like, what do you call those things, the little white things that you blow and you make a wish or whatever. Like they have one of those things hanging from their butt and gliding through the air and shit, and these motherfuckers was like bigger than humans. It was making me think about that type of shit, or like big ass, I think were the octopuses that were like elephants walking through the fucking forest and shit. Like they had all kind of fucking crazy ass animals that they were displaying on this fucking show. If y'all look hard enough, y'all probably will find it, but I ain't want to look for that shit. I mean, I have tried to look for it, but not for this episode. I was just like, when I seen it pop up in my newsfeed, I was just like, oh Lord, no, not a confirmation. Not of this.
The largest known spiders in the world, or they could be an entirely new species, unknown to science.
Invertebrates probably exhibit the most diversity of any species or any organisms on the planet. If you're speaking specifically about spiders, there's about 50,000 known species to date, and there's probably easily 10 times more than that have not been found.
The largest known tarantulas in the world, called the Goliaths, are native to the Amazon rainforest of South America. Many spider species catch and kill their prey with the help of a web. But the Goliaths are ferocious predators, silently stalking their victims before pouncing to deliver the fatal blow. Their fangs are large enough to pierce through human skin, and their bodies are covered with urticating or stinging hairs. In an attack, they shoot them at their prey, puncturing the skin like shards of fiberglass. No one has ever been able to produce hard evidence of these spiders, or any others larger than 10.5 inches. So Monster Quest is sending arachnologist Rick West on an expedition into the Amazon rainforest to hunt for a species larger than anything ever documented. West is traveling to Venezuela, to the tiny town of Puerto Ayacucho. Here he meets Amazon guide Juan Carlos Ramirez. The Amazon is 1.4 billion acres of dense rainforest, teeming with poisonous dart frogs, millipedes, and anacondas. It's nearly the size of the continental United States. And it's the perfect hiding place for a giant species of spider.
New species of spiders are being found every week, every month, every year. So the possibility of finding a giant spider, I think, is very possible, and I hope to see it.
Reports of monster spiders are not limited to the Amazon rainforest. There are other places around the globe with stories of giant spider sightings. One of history's most terrifying giant spider sightings took place in the jungles of the Congo in Central Africa. It happened to a British explorer, R.K. Lloyd, and his wife, Marguerite. In 1938, Lloyd and his new bride decided to go on an adventure safari for their honeymoon.
As Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd were driving down this jungle track in the middle of the Congo rainforest, they saw a large but very odd-looking creature crossing the trail ahead of them. Now, at first they thought this was either a very large monkey on all fours or maybe a large jungle cat. But as they got closer to this creature, they were horrified to see that it was actually a gigantic spider, something like a tarantula.
According to Lloyd, the spider had a 4 to 5 foot leg span, but he was unable to document the sighting. As Lloyd reached for his camera, the giant spider scurried back into the forest and disappeared.
Y'all remember that scene off of Hogwarts? Harry Potter? Hogwarts. Off of Harry Potter? When, what's his name? Where they went to the damn cave. And he had to go ask his spider friend and shit for some information, and all his little babies was chasing him and Harry and what's the old boy name? It wasn't Malfoy. It wasn't Hermione. But yeah, Final Destination shit.
Back in the old days of colonial Africa, explorers, big game hunters, from time to time they encounter strange animals, including giant spiders, but they all...
When you're starting a business, every dollar counts, but leaving yourself vulnerable to legal issues can be a costly mistake. An LLC can protect you and your business and make your company legitimate in the eyes of the government. Here's how to form an LLC online for free. Step 1. Give your LLC a name that's not used by another business in the state and choose an official address. Step 2. Choose a registered agent. This person will receive official notifications and correspondence about your business. If you file your LLC with innerchild, registered agent service comes completely free for the first year. Step 3. Get a copy of your state's official company registration document and review it to find out what other information you may need to provide. Step 4. Research if your state has other LLC formation options that may be a better fit for you, such as Series LLC. Step 5. Finally, fill out your registration document. Double and triple check it for accuracy and file it with your state's agency with a state fee. Congratulations! Your free LLC is formed. These are a lot of steps, but innerchild experts can help. You just paid the state fee. Check out the description below for more details.
You can't live forever, but you can damn well try. RX Bar, no BS.
including giant spiders, but they often don't report these observations for fear of just being ridiculed. After all, who's going to believe a story about a spider that with a leg span of 4 or 5 feet? That's almost as big as a human being.
Despite numerous sightings around the world, giant spiders are unknown to modern-day science. But history does make a case for the existence of such a monster. 309.
I almost kind of wonder if I have a spider animal spirit, because when I was little, it's triggering some memories. When I was little at my ground shop, girl, so when I was little, I seen it was black, orange, brown, and yellow looking spider. And I was crawling around on the floor, and it crawled out the hallway. Into the kitchen, and I never seen it again. I was fucking horrified. I was scared of shit. Scared to fuck.
80 million years ago, there were giant prehistoric creatures called Jacalopterus rainii, measuring some 8 feet in length.
Jacalopterus rainii was a very large sea scorpion, a little bit bigger than a crocodile, or a really good-sized crocodile. It ate very large fish, and anything else you can get with that size, anything it could grab, it would eat, including members of its own kind. It was definitely the top predator of its day.
A fossilized claw of this creature was found in 2007 in Germany. It alone measured more than 1.5 feet long, suggesting creatures like scorpions and spiders once grew to monster-sized proportions.
People always knew that there was other large arachnids and arthropods in the past, but no one really knew how big they could get.
But if there is evidence of a giant arachnid 390 million years ago, could one still exist in the remote regions of the world? It's day 1 of this monster quest expedition in Venezuela. Their first stop, the small town of San Rafael de Manuare on the Colombia-Venezuela border. Here, West and Ramirez are looking for first-hand accounts of...
So, what even caught my attention of this video is a particular type of scorpion-looking creature that I found in my apartment when my daughter was, she wasn't even a year old. She was like 7 months old, 7 months old, something like that. She might have been like 5 months. How old was she? She was something like that, okay? So, she was little. And I'm always like, fuck it, like, sensing shit. I don't know, just grew up in a Christian home, so it wasn't normal for you to, speak about your gifts or what you felt, things like that. It was just weird. Why wouldn't we be talking about feelings? But anyways, this thing, I just felt something. I was like, let me go check on my baby. I was in the kitchen, I was cooking a drunk turkey. That was the bombless drunk turkey I ever fucking made. But anyways, I go up in there, check on her, and there's this motherfucking big ass. This motherfucker, look at my face. That big. It had pinchers like this, tips were brown, and it was like ghostly yellowish looking. Oh my god. I feel like someone's calling my name. I'm about to get out of here, right? It was yellowish looking, like that, that ghostly look, like you can see through it damn near, but it didn't have a scorpion tail. And it had hella long ass legs, like tarantula legs. I was like, what the fuck is this? Man, like, you eating on my baby? gonna be eating on me either. And it was weird because in that particular apartment, I kept on finding really gnarly ass, like fucking ridiculous ass. I think that was like probably my first encounters when the recluses were being popping up all over Bakersfield, California. It was weird as fuck. So the picture of that caught my eye. It looks like a fucking scorpion, but it's like a spider, but it doesn't have a scorpion tail. But it's big as fuck. Then my cousin came over. Ron came over. Oh, I need to kill this shit. I was scared. I couldn't imagine, nigga. I'll be fighting for my life, though. I swear to God. If I see the big ass one, I'll be fighting for my motherfucking life. I will give none of the fucks.